This warp update is wild. You can now tag warp on any issue and it builds your code for you. It reads the whole thread, starts working in the cloud, and sends you a pull request. This is going to change how developers work forever. So Warp just dropped an update that's completely wild. And I need to break this down for you because this is one of those updates where you go, wait, AI can do that now? Here's what's happening. You can now tag Warp on any linear or Slack issue. That's it, you just tag it. And then Warp does something crazy. It reads the entire thread as context. It understands what everyone's been talking about. It gets the full picture of what needs to be done. Then it starts working from your code base in the cloud, not on your local machine, in the cloud. It's actually writing code and building the solution while you're doing other stuff. And here's where it gets even better. It sends you a session link so you can interact with the agent live. You can watch it work. You can guide it. You can make changes in real time. Then when it's done, it comes back with a pull request ready to go. Hey, if we haven't met already, I'm the digital avatar of Julian Goldie, CEO of SEO agency Goldie Agency. Whilst he's helping clients get more leads and customers, I'm here to help you get the latest AI updates. Let me say that again because I don't think people realize how big this is. You tag Warp in a Slack message or a linear issue. It reads everything. It goes into your code base. It writes the code. It creates a pull request, all automatically. This is not science fiction. This is available right now. Think about what this means for a second. How many times have you been in a Slack thread or a linear issue where someone says, hey, we need to fix this bug, or can someone add this feature? And then what happens? Someone has to read through the whole thread, figure out what needs to be done, pull up the code base, start coding, test it, create a pull request. That whole process takes hours, sometimes days. Now you just tag Warp and it does all of that, the entire workflow from understanding the problem to delivering the solution. And you can watch it happen live. You can jump in if you need to. You can give it feedback as it's working. This is like having a senior developer on your team that works instantly and never sleeps. But let me break down exactly how this works because the details matter here. When you tag Warp in linear or Slack, it's not just grabbing that one message, it's reading the entire conversation thread. Every message, every comment, every bit of context. It's understanding the full scope of what people are discussing. If someone mentioned a related issue 3 messages up, Warp knows about it. If there's been a back and forth about how to approach the solution, Warp has read all of it. Now, if you want to dive even deeper into AI automation, I've got something special for you. I run a community called the AI Profit Boardroom, the best place to scale your business, get more customers, and save hundreds with AI automation. Learn how to save time and automate your business with AI tools like Warp. The link is in the comments and description. It's at school.com/AI Profit Lab. This is huge because context is everything in software development. You can't just look at one message that says, fix a login bug, and know what to do. You need to know what the bug is, how it happens, what other systems it affects, what solutions people have already tried. Warp gets all of that automatically just by reading the thread. Then it goes into your code base in the cloud. This is really important. It's not running on your computer. It's not taking up your resources. It's working in a cloud environment where it has access to your code. It can see your project structure. It understands your dependencies. It knows what frameworks you're using, and it starts building the solution based on everything it learned from the thread. Now, here's something that blows my mind. While it's working, it sends you a session link. You click that link, and you can see exactly what Warp is doing. You're watching an AI agent write code in real time. You can see it creating files, writing functions, making changes. And if you want to jump in, you can. You can give it direction. You can tell it to try a different approach. You can ask it questions. It's a live interactive session with an AI that's building in your code. This is so different from other AI coding tools. Most AI tools, you give them a prompt and they spit out some code and you hope it works. With Warp, you're collaborating with it, you're working together, and because it's reading the full context from your Slack or linear thread, it already understands what you need. You're not starting from scratch with a blank prompt. It already knows the story, and then when it's done, boom, pull request, ready to review, ready to merge. The code is written, the changes are made. You can look through the pull requests just like you would with any other team member's work. You can request changes if you need to, but the heavy lifting is done. The code exists. The problem is solved. Let's talk about what this means for teams. If you're working with developers, you know that communication is hard. Someone describes a problem in Slack, a developer reads it, they might not fully understand, they ask questions, more back and forth. Finally, they start coding, more questions come up, more messages, it's slow. Now, Warp just reads the whole conversation and gets it. No miscommunication, no back and forth. It understands the full context immediately. If you're a solo developer, this is like cloning yourself. You can be working on one part of your project while Warp handles another part. You tag it on an issue in the morning, it starts working. You check in later and there's a pull request waiting. You just multiplied your output. And think about what this does for response time. Someone reports a bug in your Slack channel. Normally that bug sits there until someone has time to look at it. Could be hours, could be days. With Warp, you tag it and the fix is being built immediately. Your response time goes from hours to minutes. That's a game changer for user experience. That's a game changer for team productivity. Now, I want to talk about the technology behind this because it's actually fascinating. Warp is using advanced AI that can understand natural language, read code, and write code. But it's not just a language model that spits out code snippets. It's an agent. That means it can take actions, it can navigate your code base, it can create files, it can run tests, it can create pull requests. It's operating in your actual development environment. The fact that it works in the cloud is really smart too. If it was running locally, it would slow down your machine. It would need access to your local environment. It would be complicated to set up. By running in the cloud, it's fast, it's scalable. It just works. You don't need to install anything special. You don't need to configure anything. You just tag it and it goes. The session link feature is brilliant because here's the thing about AI coding tools. They're powerful, but sometimes they go in the wrong direction. They make assumptions. They write code that's technically correct, but not what you wanted. With the session link, you catch that immediately. You see what it's doing. You can course correct in real time. You're not waiting until the end to find out it went the wrong way. You're steering it as it works. This is what I call practical AI, not AI that's cool in a demo. AI that actually makes your work faster and easier. AI that fits into your existing workflow. You're already using Slack. You're already using Linear. Now you just tag Warp and it handles the coding. No new tools to learn. No complicated setup. It just works with what you already have. Let me give you a real example of how this would work. Let's say you're running a web app and a user reports that the password reset email isn't sending. Someone creates a Linear issue. Hey, password reset email's not working. Users can't reset their passwords. This is urgent. Normally a developer sees that. They open the code base. They find the email service. They check the logs. They debug. They find the issue. Maybe it's an API key that expired. Maybe it's a configuration problem. They fix it. They test it. They create a pull request. That's at least an hour of work, probably more. With Warp, someone tags Warp in that Linear issue. Warp reads it. Password reset email's not working. Warp goes into the code base, finds the email service code, checks the configuration, sees the API key is expired, updates it, tests the email function, creates a pull request with the fix, done in minutes. And you got a session link so you could watch it happen. You could verify it did the right thing, and now you have a pull request ready to merge. That's the power here. It's not just writing code, it's understanding problems and solving them. Is taking the whole developer workflow and automating it from problem to solution. That's huge. Now let's talk about the consistency factor. The update mentions something really interesting. By using front and back views as ingredients, your characters remain consistent with every turn and twirl you create in your story. This is talking about how Warp maintains consistency in your code base. When it's writing code, it's not just adding random stuff, it's following your existing patterns, it's using your naming conventions, it's matching your code style. It's like having a developer who studied your entire code base and knows exactly how you like things done. This is critical because inconsistent code is a nightmare. When different developers write in different styles, your code base becomes messy. It's hard to read, it's hard to maintain. Warp solves that by learning from your existing code and matching that style. Every piece of code it writes feels like it belongs in your project. It's consistent with what's already there, and because it's reading the full thread context, it understands the bigger picture. It's not just fixing one small thing and ignoring everything else. It sees how different parts of your application connect. It knows what might break if it changes something. It's thinking about the whole system, not just one isolated piece. Here's another thing that's really powerful. Warp is working in the cloud, which means it has access to more resources than your laptop. It can handle bigger code bases. It can process more information. It can work faster. And because it's in the cloud, multiple people can interact with the same Warp session. Your whole team can jump into that session link and collaborate with the AI together. That's wild. Think about code reviews too. Normally you write code, create a pull request, then wait for someone to review it. With Warp, the code is already reviewed in a sense because you watched it get written. You were there, you saw the decisions it made. You can even review it live and make adjustments before the pull request is even created. That speeds up the entire development cycle. And let's be real, finding good developers is hard. Hiring is expensive, training takes time. With Warp, you're augmenting your team instantly. You're not replacing developers, you're giving them a superpower. They can focus on the complex creative work while Warp handles the routine stuff. Bug fixes, small features, code updates, all the things that take time but aren't the most interesting work. Warp can handle that while your human developers focus on the big problems. This is also great for documentation because Warp is reading the full thread context. All that context is now tied to the pull request. Someone looks at the pull request later and they can see exactly why this code was written, what problem it was solving, what the discussion was. That's built in documentation. That's a huge win for long-term maintainability. And if you want to dive even deeper into AI automation, I've got something special for you. I run a community called the AI Profit Boardroom. The best place to scale your business, get more customers, and save hundreds with AI automation. Learn how to save time and automate your business with AI tools like Warp. The link is in the comments and description. It's at school.com/AI Profit Lab.